Welcome back to StirgeTropia. This is Sturge, coming to you with episode 14 of Profitable Mining in the Entropia universe. I know last week I didn't throw out a video for this. It's because I was on Calypso, actually selling my wares, all of the resources that I collect here on Cyrene that there is no market for really on Cyrene. And so I had to go to Calypso, and that's why the hazmat suit update video came out, because that was really important to get that out. A lot of people have been making requests in various fashions, YouTube, Twitch, in game. So I just decided I needed to update that. So there you have that. But today I want to talk about gaining skills, and I don't just mean the skill gains you get when you are out mining. I'm talking about actual missions and the missions you should be doing to gain the most skill quickly, especially if you're under about level 30 mining. Then this is probably going to be the good way to go. There are daily missions on Calypso. Those only give you a token, and they're actually costly and challenging, so I don't recommend them. Certainly, there's a daily mining mission on Monria. Again, very costly and challenging. Worth doing once you have a lot of skill, but when you're under level 30, probably not so much. Rocktropia doesn't have any. Arcadia has a little bit of mining, but generally that's much more directed toward the Arcadia Underground. So the only planet that has really good, solid daily mining missions is planet Cyrene. And because of that, because of all the crossover missions there are, you really can gain in skill from levels basically 1 all the way to 30-ish very, very quickly, within probably less than a year if you were just to continually do the daily missions here, because of the crossover, because there are so many other missions that you can do. But let's go over here to this guy with the exclamation point over his head. It's Will Andrews, and he's going to give us our daily missions here on planet Cyrene. All right, so as we're cruising over here to Will Andrews up on the balcony, there's these 2 mining bots just to my right. Those guys are going to give you the vast majority of the mining missions besides the daily. Those are the iron missions is basically what they are. I think they are even still called iron missions. We don't have a codex for those, but that's just fine. But here we're going to take all these missions, the Zorn Star. You can see we're going to get 4 peck in mining here, and then we're going to get prospecting skills as well. And there is a minimum claim size, 20 peck. So even if you're low level, 20 peck is a pretty easy thing to get. So you have to kind of keep that in mind, but if you're using an F101, you should be fine with all of this. So once you're skilled up enough to use an F101, you'll be good here. So we're going to get blue crystal, we're going to get iridium, we're going to get Zornstar, Kaizenite, yellow, and blue crystal. And these are all the daily mining missions that you get from Will Andrews. But before we do them, we want to make sure that we collect all the crossover missions as well. First, let's take a look at the Iron Mining Challenger bots, the Prospector and the Surveyor. Now, you'll notice that there is ore and matter mixed in with both of the prospecting and the surveying ones. It's kind of weird, but okay, fine. It doesn't matter. You still need to pick up every single one of these missions. Once you're on Cyrene, come to these bots and pick up all of these missions, because you want to get credit for every single thing you do. Like blue crystal, I need to get credit for blue crystal, because I've already completed that, which I should have done a long time ago, but I didn't. But yes, come to these 2 bots right here that are below Will Andrews and pick up every single mission here, so you get credit for it, and you get the rewards for your mining efforts and all of the crossover, and for every hit that you get while mining. And then next, let's go to Risen Island. All right, Risen Island is far to the north here, but when we get to Risen Island, we're going to run over to the Miner R bot 4900, and this bot is going to give us the other missions. Now, generally, these missions apply. You have to activate this series by going on to Risen Island, but they work throughout the planet of Cyrene. So you come to this guy here, and he's got 6 different ranks. Right now I'm on rank 4. Rank 1 is 100 points. Rank 2 is 500 points. Rank 3 is 1,000 points. And then rank 4 is 10,000 points. And then so on and so forth. I'm guessing 100,000 and 200,000 or something like that. So But those are worth it. But all you need to do is go to the island to activate the mission. And then once you've activated the mission, you're good to go. So you just go right over here onto the island itself and activate the mission. Then you're good. And then you've got all the crossover missions you could possibly want for your mining experience on Cyrene. So let's go mining. Before we go mining wild on planet Cyrene, just looking willy-nilly for the resources, you should probably come to CyreneSecrets.com. If you've never been here before or on planet Cyrene before, this is the best resource for all Cyrene-specific things, including the mobs, the missions, all of the good stuff that you would really want to do on planet Cyrene. So I recommend checking out planet Cyrene, CyreneSecrets.com, and getting on the Cyrene Discord as well for information on Cyrene. But let's click on the map first and take a look and see what Cyrene Secrets has in store for us. This is the map as it populates. You can see mobs, missions, NPCs. You can see all of the discoverable items. Those are in red. Those are the downed vehicles, the armor parts, and so forth. I just go through and I click on all the eyes to get rid of all of the things that aren't mining related. And mind you, when you're looking at this map, you'll see that the current map of Cyrene isn't the same as this old school map. For the most part, it's only those middle 3 islands right in the center of the screen that are no longer there. They have been replaced. But everything else, for the most part, is there. Risen Island isn't on this map, but that's okay. You can see what the resources are and where you want to get them. So we're going to need iridium, right? So I'm just going to click on the eye of iridium here, and it's going to show me that there are 3 different locations, easy locations for iridium. There's quite a few more, but we can see now, I need to go to these 2 islands up to the north and what looks like to the west. That would be those 2 islands. But I'm not going to actually go to those locations, but it'll help you. Yes, there is iridium in those locations, so keep that in mind. And you can see elsewhere there's yellow crystal, there's blue crystal. Down here in the south, there's blue crystal, that blue highlighted area. And then there's yellow crystal all over. And we're going to go and just hunt these things up as a matter of course throughout. But use this resource to your advantage when you're mining here on planet Cyrene and doing the daily missions and all the crossover missions, because this will help you tremendously. So let's get to the mining part of it. So I'm going to come to sort of the central part of the map here. Its location isn't really a secret. It's not necessarily that important. It's more just to demonstrate that there is Kaizenite and Zornstar and all of these different resources all over the map. This is sort of the central dusty area where the dusters are. It's that big central city. But what's important is that I go to places where if I hit something, I'm going to make sure that I get one or the other. So in this instance, I want Kaizenite and Zornstar. As soon as I get that, I'm good off. There we go. So there's the Kaizenite done. There is Zornstar in this area, but that's what I'm going to look for now. There is a little bit of yellow crystal in this area. It's kind of hard to find sometimes. Oop, there's a little bit more Kaizenite. Let's just keep going. But right in this area is a good place to start, sort of the central area away from the mobs as well. So I've got the vortexes behind me, and I got the dusters all in the city in front of me. And these hills are pretty safe. So this is where I go to get my Kaizenite and Zornstar. And there it is. There's the Zornstar done. I could run around in here, and I may do that real quick just to see if there's some yellow crystal. There is a little bit of yellow crystal in this area. I may not be very lucky, but we'll see. Well, I wasn't lucky enough to find any yellow crystal over there. That's okay. I know where there is a wonderful little pool of yellow crystal, so I came over to find some iridium on the hill across the way, and I found more Zornstar, so not a big deal. If I hadn't hit my Zornstar earlier, then certainly I would have just picked it up here. So Zornstar is like Listerium on Cyrene. You'll find a tremendous amount of Zornstar in place of Listerium. And there we go. There's my iridium ore just right there. That's quick and easy. Now, if I turn to the left here and go over the hill, I'll run into this area where there's a large pool of yellow crystal. And just turning the corner there and running back sort of to the north, this little valley, this tiny little valley right here has a bunch of yellow crystal in it. And that's just what I've figured out from time, running through, that I can consistently hit yellow crystal in this area. Good enough. There it is. Yellow crystal's done. Now I think the only thing that we have remaining is blue crystal, right? So let's go find ourselves some blue crystal. We'll go to the ice plateau teleporter. All right, I'm just running around out in the plains here by the ice plateau. Whoa, there we go. Who knew Bombardo grew in the snow? Yes, and then we find melty water out here as well. But this is the ice plateau area. I'm just going to sort of run off back towards Will Andrews, use him sort of as a marker, and try to find some blue crystal out here. There is a lot of melty water. That's okay, but there is blue crystal out here as well. I'm not certain how much blue crystal is out here. I've already dropped several drops. Sometimes it's a little challenging to get the hit rate to be good. Ah, there it is. Now we're finished. There's the blue crystal. Nice. That'll work out beautifully. One of the things, though, that I have noticed on Cyrene is that if you're persistent, you will do well mining here. It does take a little bit of time. The hit rate can be challenging, but because there's so few people mining on planet Cyrene, you'll often get sort of the reward from your efforts. So, like that, for example, an ample with unamped blue crystal. So I was rewarded for all of the efforts that the bad drop. So that's a pretty nice little find right there. That'll make this actually a profitable run. But let's get back to Will Andrews and turn this all in. Okay, let's get back to Will Andrews and turn these missions in. This is going to be good. I want you to see. I haven't done the full screen. I got rid of that. So you can see here in the chat box what skills we're going to actually get and skill gains and so forth. So I've left that open. But you just right click on Will Andrews. All of it updates it simultaneously, and you get 32 PEC in skills across mining and prospecting. And you can see here that turns out to be about 9.5 skill points per day just doing the daily mission. So in 10 days, you would get 95 skill points. In 100 days, you get 950 skill points and so forth. If you're below level 30 mining, this is really going to make a difference to your mining level and skill very rapidly, which really does turn into profitability, because the higher the skill level you have, the better off you are mining up particular resources. And that's the reason I show this here on Cyrene, because Cyrene has the best crossover. Here on Risen Island, the Miner R bot 4900 will give you that overall encompassing mission that all you have to do is activate right here by walking onto the island, and then you're good to go. So I hope you find this helpful. I hope you see that Cyrene, from my experience, has the best skill-related mining skill, prospecting, surveying skill-related missions of any of the planets, and you can do them daily. And that's going to help you gain in your skill. It also is going to help you in your profitability. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button and or dislike, and the bell. And this is Sturge signing off. Ciao for now.